Buenas. The Committee on Rules hereby convenes this meeting for the record. Today is October 12th, Thursday, and the time is now 11:14 Chamorro Standard Time. First notice for this meeting was sent to all media outlets on Thursday, October 5th, 2023, and posted on the Government of Guam Public Notices portal that same day. A second notice was sent to all media outlets on Monday, October 9th, 2023, and posted on the Government of Guam Public Notices portal that same day. The rules of engagement: the chair will recognize a member who raises their hand to make a motion. The chair will rule a member out of order if they have not been recognized by the chair, and the chair will also note that a second to a motion is not required. The Court Director, Ms. Cameron Nelson, will now call the roll of members.
Chairperson Senator Barnett.
Present.
Vice Chairperson Senator Perez. Speaker Terlahi. Vice Speaker Munya Barnes. Senator Shelton. Senator Parkinson. Senator Kanata. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Nicolas. Senator Brown. Senator Duenas. Senator Fisher. Senator Taitigui. Mr. Chair, there is a quorum.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Director Nelson. The chair will now recognize, well, the vice chair is not here, but can I get a motion, Legislative Secretary, to excuse members not present?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move to excuse members not present for today's meeting.
Seconded. No objections. Motion passes. Colleagues, the court meeting minutes can be found on the Google Drive folder dated 10/12/23, labeled 3, approval of the 37th Guam Legislature core meeting minutes. The chair will now recognize the Legislative Secretary to approve the core meeting minutes for the September 13, 2023 meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to ratify the minutes of the core meeting of September 13th, 2023.
On the motion to approve the core meeting minutes, subject to corrections, any objections? None. Seeing, hearing none, motion carries. We'll now move on to item number 4 on the core agenda, document tracking. I recognize our Legislative Secretary, Senator Amanda Shelton, again, who has prepared the document tracking. And again, colleagues, these documents are available in the Google Core Meeting Drive dated October 12th, 2023.
Sidious Masi, Mr. Chair, and Hafaday to all of our colleagues. The Legislative Secretary report to date is as follows. Appointments by the Governor. 46 appointments have been submitted by Governor Leon Guerrero. 1 appointment confirmed during the March 3rd session, 1 appointment confirmed during the March 27th session, 4 appointments during the April session, 3 appointments during the May session, 7 appointments during the June session, and 6 appointments during the July session. A total of 22 appointments have been confirmed. Of the remaining appointments, there are pending confirmations, 4 withdrawals, and 5 have extended beyond the authorized 90-day deadline. There is 1 zone change request at this time, 6 rules and regulations requests, 3 bills have been introduced, and all 3 are now law. Two have lapsed by default. Additionally, there are 3 registered lobbyists with the Secretary's office. Sidious Masi, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Shelton. We'll now move to the next item on the agenda, sub-item B, the ratification of referrals, re-referrals. Colleagues, again, these documents can be found in the Google Drive folder labeled 04B, Legislative Item Logs. Do I hear a motion to ratify the referral of bills number 165-37 core through 177-37 core, 179-37 core, and 180-37 core?
So moved.
Okay. No objections, no motion passes. The chair will note there have been no resolutions referred since our September 13, 2023 meeting. Do I hear a motion to ratify the referral of appointments?
So moved, Mr. Chair. I move to ratify the appointments, referral of appointments, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? No objection. Motion passes. We'll now move to the items cleared for consideration of the session agenda. Committee reports for the following items have been duly filed with the Committee on Rules. Colleagues, I'd like to note the following committee reports that have been filed with the Committee on Rules that are available on our legislative website for review and public view. Senator Shelton, you are recognized. Bills cleared for placement on the session agenda consideration as of October 12th, including the following cleared by CORE as of October 5th, 2023. We have Bill number 9-37 COR as substituted on the floor. Senator Dwayne St. Nicholas, Senator Joseph Augustine, Senator Roy Kanata, Vice Speaker Tina Rose Munia Barnes, Senator William Parkinson, Speaker Teresa Lahi, Senator Jesse Lujan, and Senator Fisher, an act to amend subsection 58-109 and subsection 58-10 of Chapter 58, and adding a new Chapter 58B to Title 10, Division 3, Guam Code Annotated. This? Yeah, I'm just going to read off the bills that are cleared. Go ahead.
Just continue what you're doing.
Thank you,
and then we'll
Senator.
go to the next step.
Thank you. Bill number 33-37. Order, please. Order, please. COR as amended by the Committee on General Government Operations and Appropriations. Yeah, let's have a short recess. Thank you. We're back. And again, we're just for the public consumption, reading out the bills cleared for placement on the session agenda. As I was saying, Bill number 33-37 COR, as amended by the Committee on General Government Operations and Appropriations. The bill's sponsor, Senator Roy Kanata, Senator William Parkinson. And this is an act to add a new Section 54 to Chapter 12 of Public Law 36-107, the fiscal year 2023 General Appropriations Act, relative to achieving salary parity for attorneys serving as criminal defense attorneys at the Public Defender Service Corporation and the alternate public defender. There's also Bill number 35-37 COR, as amended by the Committee on Environment, Revenue Tax, Labor, Procurement, and Statistics Research and Planning, sponsored by Senator Sabina Flores Perez, an act to add subsection 51-111A9 of Article 1, Chapter 51, Division 2, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, relative to updating the prohibition of open detonation and clarifying the implementation of safe alternatives for the protection of Guam's air, water, land, and the health of its people. Also, Bill number 36-37 COR, an act to add a new subsection 5428 to subarticle A, Article 9, Chapter 5, Division 1, Title 5, GCA, relative to administrative review of critical government and Guam procurement contract decisions in excess of $5 million. There's also Bill number 54-37 COR, an act to amend Article 1 of Chapter 63, Title 5, GCA, relative to game and fish regulations protecting our marine preserves and standardizing penalties for violations of game and fish statutes and the adjudication process thereof. Also, a Bill number 57-37, an act to add a new subsection 5425.3 to Part A of Article 9, Chapter 5 of Title 5, Guam Code Annotated, relative to providing temporary expedited procurement protest procedures for acquisitions funded with ARP Act monies allotted to the government of Guam. And also Bill number 138-37 COR, an act to authorize the Guam Fire Department to use funds from the E911 surcharge fund balance for outstanding and required vendor payments for the next generation 911 system. And also, again, a bill number 9-37, an act to amend subsection 58-109 and subsection 58.110 of Chapter 58 and adding a new Chapter 58B to Title 10, Division 3, Guam Code annotated relative to the legalization and regulation of the use of consumer-grade fireworks.
Can
Do I
we,
hear
or-
Senator San Augustine, you're recognized.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that all that you read, that's been cleared, be added to the agenda.
Object.
You
There,
object?
there has been an objection. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. Motion fails.
Mr. Chair, I recommend that the first bill you read, Bill 9, be added onto the agenda.
On the motion to add Bill number 9-37 COR, an act to amend subsection 58.109 and 58.110 of Chapter 58 and adding a new Chapter 58B to Title 10, Division 3 GCA relative to the legalization and regulation of the use of consumer-grade fireworks. Do I hear an objection?
I hear, yes, let's remember Maui, let's remember Maui, you guys. So I object.
This is Guam, this is not Maui.
There's been an
Same
objection.
smell.
All those in favor of placing Bill number 9-37 COR onto the session agenda, please signify by raising your hands. Motion fails. Next. Senator Kanata.
Mr. Chair, I don't think we're going to have enough votes either way, so I make a motion to just adjourn core meeting. We're not going to go anywhere if we don't have enough votes either side.
I object to that. There's nothing wrong with going through the whole thing. Hello?
You didn't want it to be read, and then now you're gonna, that's enough. And then,
Let's just, please, let's just go around the table, and anyone who has a bill that they want to place on the agenda, just make the motion.
then
Mr.
Mr.
Chair.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Senator Parkinson, you're recognized. Welcome.
I move to place Bill number 54-37 COR as amended by the Committee on Fire, Agriculture, Power and Energy Utilities, Public Transit, Unemployment Insurance, and Universal Health Insurance on the session agenda. Bill number 54-37 introduced by William A. Parkinson, Joanne M. Brown, Dwayne T. Nicholas, an act to amend Article 1 of Chapter 63, Title 5, Guam Code annotated relative to game and fish regulations, protecting our marine preserves and standardizing penalties for violation of game and fish statutes and the adjudication process thereof. I ask my colleagues for their support. Thank you very much.
On the motion to place Bill number 54-37 COR onto the session agenda, are there any objections? None. Motion passes. Oh, we got one. Next, Speaker Terlahi, you are recognized. I'll come back to you. Anyone else? Sabina? Any more bills? Senator Kanata, you're recognized. Oh, sorry.
Mr. Chair, can I have the status on the Inalahan Baptist 97-37?
Thank you, Senator Kanata. Bill number 97-37 COR, as amended by the Committee on Health, Land, and Justice and Culture. We received the committee report on October 4th, and it was posted, subsequently posted on the website on October 5th. And this is an act to transfer lot number 106-1, Block 32, Municipality of Inalahan, formerly known as the Inalahan Baptist Church, to the Guam Preservation Trust.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to move to add to the agenda.
Okay, on the motion to add bill number 97-37 COR, have a second. Any objection?
I object, Mr. Chair. This is not on the website as of today during core.
I'm sorry, Senator Tydegui, it is on the website.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
The committee report was submitted October 5th. October 4th, actually.
And it is on the website?
But it didn't make the agenda for the meeting.
Oh, okay, as long as it's on the website.
It is,
so
yeah.
people can see it. Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Yeah. But if you said it's on the website, it's been up and posted on the website? Okay. no
Okay,
problem.
so do you withdraw? No objection? Objection withdrawn?
Objection withdrawn.
Thank you.
Mr.
No,
Chair, if you could please clarify, Mr. Chair, that this would be the bill as amended by the committee.
yes, this would be the bill as amended by the Committee on Health, Land, Justice, and Culture.
Point of information, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am?
We did receive a testimony from the Council of Inalahan, along with the mayor, and requesting a certain amendment to be made, and that is to ensure that the church, the Baptist church, once it's completed, it shall be given back to the people of Inalahan and not stay in the Preservation Trust.
I'm pretty sure that's something we can discuss on the floor after the bill is placed on the agenda. Thank you, Senator. So no objections? Motion passes. Two bills. Anybody else? Speaker Terlahi?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to put bill number 113-37 COR. This is introduced by Chris Barnett, Therese Terlahi, Sabina Flores Perez. It's an act to amend section 3103P of Article 1, Chapter 3, Title 17, Guam Code Annotated, relative to restoring the Guam Department of Education management audit requirements. This is reported out by the Committee on Education, Public Safety, and the Arts on October 11th, and it's on the website. I'd like to put that on the session agenda.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Is there any objection to the placing of bill number 113-37 COR onto the agenda? Any objection? No objection. Motion passes. Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah. And resolutions? Yeah. Do you want to do? Senator Shelton, you are recognized. Yeah. Senator Titagui, we're now on resolutions. Do you have a motion?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I make a motion to place resolution number 29-37 COR, introduced by Senator A. Jesse Lujan, Frank Blas, Tello Titagui, Tina Rose Munya Barnes, Christopher M. Duenas, William A. Parkinson, Joanne Brown, Dwayne T. D. Siniclis, Roy A. B. Canata, Sabina Flores Paris, relative to recognizing the United States Congress to prohibit monies for Guam non-military residents who are exposed to Agent Orange and who are suffering from ailments caused by the exposure of Agent Orange. I'd like to place it on the session agenda. It has met all the requirements of the Committee on Rules.
Thank you so much, Senator Titagui. Any objection to the placement of resolution number 29-37 COR onto the session agenda? Hearing none, motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm completed.
And on to nominations. Cleared for placement on the session agenda. Senator Shelton, you are recognized.
Sidious Masi, Mr. Chair. I move to place the appointment of Jesse G. Garcia to serve as a member of the AB Wampat International Airport Authority Board of Directors for a term of 3 years on the session agenda.
Any objection? None. Motion passes.
Jesse Garcia. And Mr. Chair, I move to place the appointment of Joanna T. Chun to serve as a member of the University of Guam Board of Regents for a term of 6 years on the session agenda.
Any objection? Joanne Chun?
Joanne Chun. Joanna T. Chun.
It looks like it was reported out of Committee on Maritime and Air Transportation, Parks, Tourism, Higher Education, and the Advancement of Women, Youth, and Senior Citizens on October 5th, and so it should be on the website.
Is it on the?
Yes,
It's on
it
the
is
website.
on the website.
Any objection to the placement of the nomination of Joanne Chun to the UOG Board of Regents? No? None? Motion passes.
Thank you. And Mr. Chair, I move to place the appointment of Louis R. Baza to serve as a member of the Port Authority of Guam Board of Directors for a term of 3 years onto the session agenda.
Any objection? We have an objection. All those in favor signify by raising your hands. Motion fails.
Mr. Chair, I move to place the appointment of Francisco G. Santos to serve as a member of the Port Authority of Guam Board of Directors for the term of 3 years on the session agenda.
Any objection to the placement of Frank Santos on? We have an objection. All those in favor? Motion fails.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I move to place the appointment of Judith P. Guthards to serve as a member of the Port Authority of Guam Board of Directors for the term of 3 years on the session agenda.
Any objection? We have an objection. All those in favor of? Motion fails.
And lastly, Mr. Chair, I move to place the appointment of Dorothy P. Harris to serve as a member of the Port Authority of Guam Board of Directors for a term of 3 years on the session agenda.
I have an objection. All those in favor? Motion fails. Speaker Terlahi, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to move the appointment of Alexander D. Wylard, MD, member, the physician representative to the Guam Board of Medical Examiners.
Any objection? Nope. Motion passes.
I'd also like to move on behalf of the Committee on Education the appointment of Margarita Felicitas B. Angel, member, Guam Education Board, retired teacher, school administrator of GDOE, representative, Guam Education Board.
Any objection? None. Motion passes.
I'd also like to move the appointment of Lulene C. San Augustine, member, guidance counselor representative to the Guam Commission for Educator Certification.
Any objection? None. Motion passes.
I'd also like to move the appointment of Rosanna D. San Miguel Tiston, member, general public representative, Guam Academy Charter Schools Council.
Any objection? None. Motion passes.
Finally, I'd like to move the appointment of Rolando C. Zepeda as a member to the Visual Arts Representative to the Guam Council on the Arts and Humanities Agency Board of Directors.
Any objection? None. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Senator Kanata, you're recognized.
on behalf of Vice Speaker Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes from the Committee on Human Resources, Hagana Revitalization, Regional Affairs, Public Libraries, Telecommunications, Technology, and Federal and Foreign Affairs, I'd like to move the reappointment of Monique R.C. Story, Ph.D., to serve as a member of Guam Public Library System Board of Directors. It's not listed.
Let's check the status of these, Senator Kanata, if you don't
Along
mind.
with Nicole B. Nelson and Nolan G.T. Flores, all to be on the library.
Okay, I'm going to ask for a moment's recess, and I'll just check the status. The status of the, yeah, we're back. On the status of the appointments that, or the nomination Senator Kanata was attempting to move, we received the committee reports this morning, and they're in the process of being cleared. That's from our core director, Mrs. Nelson.
Can we make them potential?
Mr. Chair,
On the motion, Senator Tydegui, you're recognized.
that being said, Mr. Chair, you know, I have to respectfully object.
Yes, they're all for the library. Monique R. Story, PhD, Nolan G.T. Flores, and Nicole Nelson.
Yeah, there's more than, yeah, there's three, yeah.
They're all for the library.
Yeah.
No, well, we're trying to follow up on the entire report. Yeah. Okay. Make a motion to add as a potential item to the agenda for the legislative session reappointment of Monique R.C. Story, Ph.D., to serve as a member of the Guam Public Library System Board of Directors.
On the motion, any objection? We have an objection. All those in favor? Motion fails. Senator
Mr.
Kanata.
Chair, on the potential reappointment of Nicole B. Nelson to serve as a member of the Information Technology Representative, Guam Public Library System Board of Directors, onto the agenda.
On the motion, any objection?
I'll object.
We have
for
an
it.
objection.
Yeah.
All those in favor? Motion fails.
Again, Mr.
Senator
Chair,
Kanata.
reappointment of Nolan G.T. Flores to serve as a member of the General Public Representative, Guam Public Library System Board of Directors, as a potential item on the agenda.
Any objection? Yes. All those in favor? Motion fails. Speaker Terlahi, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On behalf of the Committee on the Environment, Revenue and Taxation, Labor, Procurement, and Statistics Research and Planning, I'd like to move the Bill number 57-37 COR onto the agenda. It's an act to add a new 5425.3 to Part A of Article 9, Chapter 5 of Title 5, Guam Code annotated, relative to providing temporary expedited procurement protest procedures for acquisitions funded with the American Rescue Plan Act, monies allotted to the government of Guam.
On the motion to place Bill number 57-37 COR, any objection? None. Motion passes.
Mr. Chair,
Senator Kanata?
my apologies. Can I also move to add Doreen Crisostomo as a board member to GITA? She should have cleared, and we can.
It's listed on the agenda. Yes, so on the motion to place the nomination of Doreen T. Crisostomo Munia, PhD, as member of the GITA board, any objection? None. Motion passes. Do I hear a motion to adopt the session agenda? Oh, sorry. Senator
Mr. Chair,
Shelton, you're
yeah,
recognized.
we'd like to talk about potential bills for the agenda, if we can.
We have an objection. Senator Shelton, you're recognized.
Thank you. I'd like to add to the potential list of bills, Bill number 120-37, introduced by myself, Senator Kanata, Senator San Augustine, Lujan, Muñoz-Barnes, Flores, Perez, San Nicolas, and Parkinson, an act to amend Section 10113 of Article 1, Chapter 10, Title 22, Guam Code annotated, relative to strengthening workforce development by extending the sunset provision of the Guam Registered Apprentice Program for an additional 5 years. Mr. Chair, this, for the information of the body and the public, this bill is being routed now by the committee and should be submitted to CORE today.
On the motion, any objection?
Yes, object.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Chair, I'm going to object also. I mean, I'm sure these bills have a lot of merit, but again, you know, we've made it very clear our concern. I mean, our colleague Senator Tello voted against her own daughter being on the agenda because the committee report was not completed. So to remain consistent, and again, with all the resources and staff, there's no reason if you wanted these bills on the agenda, they couldn't have completed the process. So with that, we will object, and we will object to any other potential that doesn't meet those requirements.
Thank you, Senator Brown. There's been an objection. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. Motion fails.
Mr. Chair, as amended by the Committee on General Government Operations and Appropriations, introduced by Roy A.B. Kanata, an act to add to new Article 3, Chapter 18, Title 1, Guam Code annotated, relative to mandating electronic reporting onto the agenda as a potential item. Bill number 90-37.
On the motion, there's been an objection. All those in favor? Motion fails.
Thank you again, colleagues. Bill number 143-37 LS, introduced by Roy A.B. Kanata, Amanda L. Shelton, Tina Rose, Muñoz-Barnes, William A. Parkinson, Dwayne T. D. San Nicolas, Joe S. San Augustine, Chris Barnett, an act to add to the new subsection 96-106 of Chapter 96, Title 10, Guam Code annotated, relative to requiring availability of automatic external defibrillators in all government of Guam offices by June 30, 2024. Yeah, that's it. Onto the potential agenda.
This is the AED's bill, Senator?
Correct.
Any objection?
Yes.
We have an objection. All those in favor? Motion fails. Is there no one else?
Motion to just adopt the agenda, and let's move on and adjourn.
We have a motion to adopt the session agenda. We no need a second. Any objection? Nope. Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn?
I hear a motion to adjourn. Any objection? Nope. Motion passes. The Committee on Rules hereby adjourns this meeting at 11:48 Chamorro Standard Time. Thank you for your attendance and participation at today's meeting. God bless you and Viva Guåhan. Está? Adios!